Hello class, my name is Jewel Moss and I am presenting to you Week 3 Discussion 2, Discussion over Power and Organizations. I was a part of the positive group and today I am going to go over what I believe is a pretty decent presentation going over the positive perspective of power. So what is power? According to French and Raven of 1959, they defined power in terms of psychological relationships in which influence can change individual perceptions and behaviors. There are 5 sources of power. The first is coercive power, which involves a dependent relationship between the driving agent and the recipient of force. The second is legitimate power, but it derives from authority and social and cultural norms. The third is referent power, which derives from the driving agent's personal charisma and its effect on the recipient of influence. The fourth is expert power, which derives from the recipient's perception of knowledge possessed by the driving agent of force. And the last but not least is reward power, a power source that provides an incentive for the person. Alright, so coercive power. What is coercive power? Well, like I said before, it involves the dependent relationship between the driving agent, or I would like to say the leader or manager, and the recipient or the employee. This source of power often derives from a threat, or whether it be real or perceived, some sort of fear of not messing up, or fear in order to do something. In other words, you don't want to get punished. And that's the driving agent that allows you to follow the leader or follow the instruction of the driving agent. Alright, so I have a YouTube video to show you guys. I hope it plays. Hold on, let's see. Alright, did not play, so I'll just go to it manually. Alright, so I found a YouTube video that was pretty cool, and I felt like exemplified the coercive relationship between employer and employee perfectly. Here it goes.
Tonight, I will speak directly to these people and make the situation perfectly clear to them. The security of this nation depends on complete and total compliance. Tonight, any protester, any instigator, or agitator will be made example of.
Chancellor, there is a contingency that has not been addressed.
What is that, Mr. Dask?
Should the terrorist succeed,
He won't.
I understand that it is highly unlikely, but if he does...
If he does, and something happens to that building, the only thing that will change, the only difference that it will make, is that tomorrow morning, instead of a newspaper, I will be reading Mr. Creedy's resignation.
Alright, so yes, that is the video that I chose to exemplify coercive relationship. And as you can see there, the boss wanted it his way, or you can hit the highway. And that fear that he instilled in his employee was enough to where the employee was like, okay, I have to do this, don't want to lose my job. And I just felt like that was a perfect example. Alright, let me get back to my slideshow. Alright, so next, the legitimate power. Like I said before, this derives from the authority and also social and cultural norms. This source involves loyalty, social rank, organizational hierarchy, and also it is influenced by the individual beliefs and what they believe the power is, if the power is right or just. And I have a perfect example of this from YouTube again. Sorry, you guys. My computer just like totally went slow. Let me restart that video for you guys. Close some of these tabs because it's causing it to go slow. Alright, and this is an example of legitimate power. Restart that. Sorry.
That's my mother. That's your mama. Take a good look at it. Because once you get on that bus, you got a mama. You got your brother on the team. You got your dad. You know big daddy is, don't you? Yeah, if you play on this football team, I had something you want to ask you. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy, Gary? Who's your daddy? And whose team is this? Is this your team? Or is this your daddy's team?
Alright, so that was an example of that one. Alright, go back to my slideshow. Alright. So that was an example of legitimate power. And that was an example, as you can see, he was saying, you know, your mom's there, but once you get onto this football camp, it's just going to be me and you, and there's not going to be your mom anymore. And what that showed me is that his ranking, his rank as the football coach and as the leader of that group, everyone knows that they must pay respect to him because that is his rank, that's his role, that's his position in the community, and that was a perfect example for legitimate power. Referent power. I have this picture of the former president of Obama because, well, he served his terms, and it kind of just reminded me of the referent power. It says it's derived from the driving agent's personal charisma. The president's always very charismatic, and his effect and his charisma affects the recipient of influence, his people, the people that he's leading. So I felt like the president was a perfect example for the reference of power. The recipient's attributions of prestige to the driving agent or to the leader is enough to make them have a desire to please or the desire to follow that leader. This source of power reflects the level of respect a recipient has for the driving agent or leader, and because of that respect, they're able to follow through and follow suit with the particular agent. All right, next one is the expert power. Expert power, in other words, when the recipient perceives an agent of force to be powerful because of the credentials or education that they have, or the title that they hold, or position in the community. That's why right here I have a diploma, and right here I have textbooks, and right here I have an actual doctor, little cartoon man. And I put that because this particular expert power, this particular source of power, it heavily relies on what you have, what your tangible resources are. So if you have a diploma, or if you have a career in medicine, all these things, they are what gives that person power or expertise, or makes them look more reliable or able to be trusted as that position that they hold. All right. And reward power. Reward power is a power source that provides an incentive for the person on the receiving end of the influence to change his or her behavior. With this one, they expect to receive reward or recognition. And I have a little video here, and it shows someone expecting treasure as an incentive. Here we go. Here's the video.
But if anyone's going to be credited for discovering the city of gold, it's going to be me.
But your partners stay here. And all the guns.
What makes you think I'd agree to that?
Because you need that treasure. Believe me. I know.
All right, Gates. We'll do it your way.
All right, you need that treasure. Believe me, I know. That there showed... Hold on. All right, that there showed that there was an incentive working with that, and that is what you call reward power. All right. So what are the positive impacts of power? Since that was the particular group that I was a part of, positivity, let's go over the positive impact of power on organizations. Well, it creates vision. What I mean by that, it creates a believable vision, and it positively influences, this vision does, positively influences employees to be the best that they can be. The employees can then positively influence the other employees in the organization as top performers. It can lead to organizational success by engaging employees to share that vision and continue to achieve great results. And it also can encourage individuals and groups to act in accordance with the company's goals and objectives, which will then allow the workday to go more smoothly and enable coworkers to be on one accord, which is always essential in a workplace. All right, power games. There were 13 power games mentioned in the textbook, but out of the 13, there were 2 that stuck out to me because I am part of the positivity group. So I looked at the power games that related more to the positive aspect of power. So the first one is sponsorship, which you can see my little picture of sponsorship to the right. When a staff member seeks aid or support from powerful leaders. An example would be when I asked the CEO of my organization to serve as my mentor. And to the left, you can see a picture of an alliance building. Alliance building is a power game that is a positive one, in which the leader builds power through peer networking and forming alliances. One example is this health organization I was researching. It's called the Floyd Medical Center. And this medical center has entered an alliance with 3 other medical service providers. And they are the Tanner Health System, West Georgia Health, and Hamilton Healthcare System. Together, they can more effectively and efficiently provide patient care centered services throughout their collective service area that covers 19 continuous counties through the West Georgia region. That's pretty impressive, and without those alliances, it would be even harder to regulate healthcare and healthcare systems in such a mass area that they cover. So it's very essential, and they also can combine resources. So this power game is very essential to the success for individual organizations. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed my PowerPoint presentation and the little cute videos I tried to add. Thank you, and here's my references. Have a blessed day.